I've been gardening for over 40 years, and what I have found, especially transitioning from books to internet, is there's a lot of information out there. Some of it is good, and some of it is just put together in order to give you a tiny snapshot. Now, sometimes that's really wonderful. And certainly I am not an expert in propagation. I just have my years of experience and having read many, many books and tested out many different kinds of plants. How I learned was hands-on doing it, and also using books by reputable authors. Usually those people who are scientists and have done this for a living, or have at least had a thorough education in it. I have a stack of books here that I just wanted to go over very quickly, not in detail, but just to give you an idea. When I want to propagate something, of course, I will go to a book on propagation. This is going to give you the details of all the different kinds of propagation. You may not have that, so what you want to do is look a little bit in your library and see if you have any book on just basic garden tips. They will usually have a section on propagation. And if you first find somehow maybe online that the best way to propagate a scented geranium is with stem cuttings and is in August or at the end of summer, that's great. Then you can just go to a book like this and say, how do I do stem cuttings? You might also find propagation advice in, say, a flower book, right? Here's one that usually has good propagation, just a few pages anyway to get you started. Do you have a book already on greenhouse growing? That will have certainly something in propagation. Another one would be a houseplant book. This is a wonderful, I really do love this series. This is the Hesseyan is the author, and I've used these for years. But you will probably find something in this book. And then, if all else fails, you can always look at a specialty book. For a scented geranium, I turned to my book on scents in your garden. There you go. So look around your library and see if you already have something that would at least get you started. And I would read several of these books, or at least get a sampling, so that you can check the information online that you have looked at, or even a video like mine, because different people use different techniques and are successful doing different things. These books that I mentioned on propagation didn't go into detail, but I will in a future video. I will dive deep into different topics and all the books that I have. Oh, maybe not all. I have hundreds, but they're beloved books. I just have learned so much from them. So look for those videos in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in today.